as we go on and we watch the trailer and we're super excited, still no Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, so there's no confirmation. You said you're okay with it when we initially talked. I am too, because I know a lot of the rumors around the mill were Kevin Feige and MCU do not want to release that information. They do not want them in there. They didn't even want the Green Goblin in there, but they kind of waved on that a little bit. You don't get an official.
Well, they waved on him from the beginning because they had his voiceover from like the word go.
Not
So
really.
I don't want
Remember,
to. I
the
felt
first
like they
trailer
had
was
this strong Willem like from the beginning.
Yeah, well, because we knew he was going to be in it because it was so heavy that he was there. We knew Alfred Molina was coming back, so we knew a lot of that. So you kind of have to let that one go and be like, all right, you can show him. So they put him in a new poster. Now they put him on in this trailer. I do like. All right, I'm wondering if some of this is just extra filmed footage like they've done with other movies to keep us off the trail of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Because
I mean, it could be, but why? It's Disney, man. They've got so much damn money. They could have probably just shot some extra junk and
they
had
shot a
pieces
whole other
laying.
movie.
Yeah, they just had pieces laying on the floor, and they were like, "Hey, we're just gonna slap all this together, call it a trailer, and yeah, everyone will be happy. They'll be sated until Spider Monday."
I am very excited for this though. So we have 5 villains in that one that we saw. Nobody knows who the 6th villain's going to be. It's going to be
Well, now
interesting
why would 6 villains be important?
because one of the great Spider-Man story arcs that they've always touched down on very so often, but was always awesome, was the Sinister Six storyline.
Truly one of my favorites and a
Oh yeah,
classic. Started with, I mean, out the gate, I'm pretty sure they had him against the 6. You had Vulture, Doc Ock, Electro, Rhino,
I think Shocker. I don't know if it was Electro. It
Scorpion.
might have been Shocker.
Oh, sorry, maybe Shocker. Yeah,
Actually, let me look it up. Let me see
that
who the original. Who were the original? Because there's so many variations of it.
that's the thing. I do remember quite a few because I feel like Sandman was in one of them when they came back, but that might have been Ultimate. I think Ultimate was where he was one of them.
Okay, you're right. So it was Craven the Hunter, Mysterio, which would make sense for him to come
Yeah,
back.
Mysterio. Yep.
Doctor Octopus, Vulture, Sandman, Electro.
Okay, but you've killed Mysterio, so you've opened that door for whomever they'd want to bring in there.
You could bring Vulture back, but it'd be interesting to see how they do it. You could bring Mysterio back because we don't know if he's dead.
I mean, he's dead, but when you multiverse anything, I mean, all of a sudden there's a whole lot of people who are suddenly back. So that's the whole point of the multiverse. Like, ooh, surprise, mother trucker. We've been hiding these characters for months.
Oh yeah. Well, in the first trailer, one on the newspaper that one of them is reading, it says in the corner, Rhino destroys City Zoo, and it also says the Black Cat, friend or foe. So it's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there, and they're opening the door to a lot of things. But again, it's Marvel, and they are not against messing with us.
They've already done the Eternals. The doors have been blown off since Guardians of the Galaxy, when they made me fall in love with a talking tree that said 3 freaking words. It's it. They can do whatever they want. Even though I bitch about the Eternals, it's probably going to be good enough for me to go, yeah, it was fine. I didn't take my kid to it, so it'll be a different experience for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't be the surprise sex scene. I don't have to worry about.
It's so stupid too.
That's so uncomfortable, man. Like, it's just such an odd position to be put in.
I did read a really good article with a great take on the Eternals in terms of spirituality. And it turned me around on the Eternals as its own entity.
Okay.
Would be an interesting. I kind of want to rewatch it from that take, but I still maintain as an MCU movie, it doesn't fit, and there's way too many plot holes to fit into the MCU. And on top of that, it is a long, drawn out, boring story.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. If you kind of have the bad, it's back to that Zack Snyder Justice League. Sure, he changed the prettiness and the tone of it, but the same bare bones story is still there. And weak bones is weak bones. They still gonna break.